What's up, people? It's still Reserve Addict, back for another video. Year's starting off pretty slow for hip-hop releases, so just figured I would do something a little different. Going to do a showcase here of my CD collection, and might be a pretty long video. Got a lot to go through here. I actually had to move my desk chair out of the way because it makes so many noises as you turn and swivel on it. It just makes so many like clanking noises, so I'm just sitting on like a footstool, I guess. But yeah, before I get started with this, I'll just tell you guys a little bit about my background with my history with owning CDs. So basically, I probably started buying CDs like frequently, probably around like 2009. Probably from like 2009 to 2016, I bought CDs pretty heavily. And I stopped probably completely after probably by 2018 I stopped because as streaming, became more popular, and and I moved over to streaming as well. But by the time streaming came around, it felt like it reduced the need for CDs. I used to buy CDs before streaming was popular, import them into my computer, put them onto my iPod or into my phone files, just play local audio. And I really do like owning physical media, but in terms of music, I figured that going forward, if I was to buy any more physical music, I would buy vinyl, because you actually get an alternative experience when listening to a vinyl, whereas if I continue buying CDs, for me it doesn't really feel like there's a reason to play them, because the audio quality is basically the same as just downloading or streaming a digital file. So that's kind of why I stopped. But I figured I've wanted to make ASMR videos, and I figured this might be a good kind of if anyone's starts watching the reviews, you can kind of get an idea of my music taste overall. Although like I said, there's I don't think you're gonna see a single CD in this crop that released after 2018. That's probably the newest that you're gonna see in here. So, but yeah, when I begin here, you're gonna see a whole lot of digipacks. That's digipacks. Here's the first one. That's albums like this. They're not jewel cases. They just come in these kind of printed paper, pamphlet. Not pamphlet, but it's not cardboard, but it's like a thick paper, and there's all different designs and styles and sizes of these cases. So I have those all at the top of this box. So that's where you're going to see me pull out first, because these would get crushed if you place them at the bottom of the pile. So yeah, I'm just going to go through, maybe say a few words about some of these albums, and just see how long this takes me. I don't know if this is going to take me 45 minutes or 90 minutes. It's probably going to be a while, so got a lot to go through here. Hopefully this isn't too noisy as I pull things out of this box. But yeah, I guess I'll just grab a handful at a time here and see what happens. You're gonna hear noises of a bag. There's this is a plastic container that I also lined with a trash bag before putting all the CDs in it. I think when I was moving at one point, I just didn't want any water to enter into the box here. But yeah, I'm just gonna get a nice crop of these up on top, and we can begin here. There's so many CDs, I'm gonna have to set up piles on my desk here as I go along. Let's just get out of the way this irrelevant stuff that nobody cares about. I don't even know what it is. You got Just some random mixtapes that I came across along the way. My Life, don't know who that is. Lou President. I'm assuming President by Lou. Don't remember what that's about. This one's Biz Lou, My Life. Okay. Alright. We've got Adele, live at the Royal Albert Hall. This is a live concert. It's a CD and DVD from like 2011, around the time of 21. Okay. You saw Cherry Bomb, Tyler the Creator. One of my least favorite albums by him, but several songs on here that are some of my favorites at the same time. We've got Father John Misty, I Love You, Honey Bear. Folk rock and singer-songwriter artist, probably one of the biggest in the genre. It's definitely up there. Could be his best album. Hop Along, Bark Your Head Off Dog. This is, I guess this is an indie rock album. This one's actually one of my favorites of all time. Love this album. We've got Flatbush Zombies. Vacation in Hell is the name of this one. There's Juice. Nope. There's Juice. And Meech. And I guess Eric's not in. Oh, there's Eric. Oh, I see. They're in his glasses. You've got Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Black Star. This one's actually not a digipack, but it's just a jewel case with a slip cover over it. Put that under these. Actually, this one's the same. Another jewel case with a slip cover. Beyonce, self-titled, from 2013, I think. Hopefully these ambient noises of me shuffling things around are satisfying. You got Evermore by the Underachievers, sophomore album. This is probably their strongest one after their mixtape, Indigoism. Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. This album has some really cool packaging. The whole insert, very thick, kind of strangely shaped, but pretty mid album. It's okay. Underachievers again. This is actually the debut studio album. Wait, oh, it's upside down. Debut studio album, Cellar Door, Terminus Ut Exordium, I believe it's called. Flatbush Zombies, again. 3001, A Laced Odyssey. This was their debut. You got another Father John Misty, Pure Comedy. This is another one of his best albums. I don't know if that's the consensus, but this is one of my favorite albums by him. Might be my favorite overall. Yeah, Bon Iver, self-titled. I believe this is the sophomore album. This is Abzu by Absu. This is a black metal band. This album, I don't think this one's too old. I think this only came out in like the 2010s. I'm not too familiar with this band outside of this album. You've got Black Dahlia Murder, Ritual. This is a fantastic melodic death metal album. Yeah, Job for a Cowboy, Demonocracy, another death metal band. This one's all right. their two newest albums are probably the best stuff they made so far. But that one's not one of them. But it's not bad. Here is Pearl Jam Vitalogy. I've actually never listened to this, but I believe this is supposed to be one of their best albums. And a pretty cool presentation here. It's like a booklet. It seems to be showing a lot of like human anatomy. Yeah, I don't know anything about this album, but I've heard good things. All right, I gotta pull some more out of the box here. We've got Epitaph Fall Sampler 2015. This is a record label. Looks like you got Joyce Manor, Title Fight. You know, they have post-hardcore bands, emo, punk. You know, Refused is on there, Defeater, Menzingers, Pianos Become the Teeth. But this is sealed. Never heard this. Earl Sweatshirt, Doors. Love this album. That's a good one. Skip Monday. I know who this guy is. Local album, I think. Don't remember how I acquired this, but it's sealed, so never opened it. Here we have another album I've never heard. Don't know what this is. In the Fields in Frost and Snow by Chris Norman Ensemble. I'm guessing this is like I'm guessing it's classical. Don't know. We've got Childish Gambino, Because the Internet. Not a big fan of the album, but it's fine. Brand new science fiction, legendary indie / emo band. This is their final album. Really good. Tyler, the Creator, Not Flower Boy. Scum Fuck Flower Boy. Amazing album. Probably my second favorite after Igor. Joey Badass, Before the Cash. This is an underrated album. This one should be talked about more. Fantastic album. Some of Joey's all-time greatest songs on here. This was kind of the capstone for his original style that he came out with on 1999. You know, just being a master of wordplay. And he kind of transitioned after that into, All American Badass in 2017. That album's amazing too, but that kind of marked a stark, difference in his approach to rapping and writing. We're almost getting down to the jewel cases. Maybe. Let's see what this is. Some sort of PETA sampler. PETA, like the like PETA. Yeah, don't think I ever listened to that. Jersey Boys musical soundtrack. Never listened to it. Lupe Fiasco, Drogas Light. I almost said Drogas Wave. This is Drogas Light, so very much inferior to Drogas Wave. But there's some gems on this album, but I'd say it's one of his weaker albums. It's almost like a return to Lasers. Not sure what he was really thinking with this, but it's all right. Prime. This is DJ Premier and Royce the 5'9". This was the first album, and this one's really good. The second album, I don't have it on CD, but the second one is a little longer and bloated. It's not quite as good, but yeah, I don't know if they'll ever hook up again, but that first one was pretty fire. The Deer Hunter, Act 5. Act 5, Hymns with the Devil in Confessional. This is like an indie prog band. They're really good, I think. I think this is the final act. I think there's supposed to be an act 6, but it's like, I think it was supposed to be a movie or a play or something. Brand New Again, The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. This is their, their magnum opus. Nile. What Should Not Be Unearthed. I think this one was from 2015. This is a technical death metal band. They're a great band. This is probably not one of their best releases, but it's still pretty good. Royce the 5'9", Success Is Certain. Used to listen to this one a lot when I was younger, but it's been a long time since I listened to it. But I think there was some bangers on here and some kind of not so great stuff too. Voivod. This is not one of their most well-known albums. This is one of their later ones, but it's a very consistent thrash band, like progressive thrash band. Very interesting group. This is Tron Legacy soundtrack. This is a fire soundtrack. I haven't listened to this in a long time, but it goes pretty hard. Daft Punk created the entire soundtrack. Still got more digipacks coming. I didn't realize I had so many of these. Okay. Opeth, Heritage. This was a death metal band. This was the album where they transitioned into like prog rock and psychedelic rock. Dream Theater. Forgot what it was called. Dramatic Turn of Events. This album has some really great songs, but it's also not one of their best progressive metal band. Probably, I mean, they're the progressive metal band. This is a Smash Brothers Melee orchestral soundtrack. This was from a Nintendo Power magazine back in the day. I've got no idea what this is. Milton Crabapple. Some sort of accompaniment for okay, it looks like I don't know what that is. It looks like some sort of soundtrack you would put on at like a formal event. Zelda Twilight Princess official soundtrack. I think this came in a Nintendo Power magazine as well. Quest. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know if it's interesting, but this is random. Quest. This guy's name is Sylvan LaQ. That's what he goes by now. But back in the day, I think he was on like Logic's like Logic the rapper, his like Visionary music group label, and he called himself Quest, and this was like a sampler CD that he put out. I think he actually made a YouTube video recently saying that he has cancer, so I hope he pulls through. But okay, here we go. Got a couple bootleg jewel cases in here. We've got a bootleg Rick Ross. I think I bought this at a gas station. Bootleg Rick Ross. What's this called? Oh, God Forgives I Don't. This is the one with diced pineapples and so sophisticated. Yeah. Another one. 21 Pilots, Blurry Face. I don't remember the circumstances of me acquiring this CD, or why it's a bootleg version. Anthrax, Worship Music. This is Anthrax, legendary thrash band. I think this was 2011. This is a pretty good album. Cannibal Corpse, Torture. This is pretty much the most famous death metal band, and this is a strong release. I think this one was also 2011, 2012. Amon Amarth. I don't think I ever listened to this album, but it also has a DVD. Don't really know much. I think they're a melodic death metal band, but I don't even think I ever listened to it. Nile, At the Gates of Sethu, is pretty much widely regarded as Nile's weakest album. So I haven't listened to it in like 10 years. I don't remember too much about it. Kingdom of Sorrow. This album is cool. It's Jamie Josta from Hatebreed, the frontman of Hatebreed, plus Kirk. I can't remember what Kirk's last name is. The guy from Crowbar, the sludge metal band. They teamed up on this one. This album's pretty all right though. It's not bad, but it's solid. Okay. I think that might be the end. No, it's not the end of the Digipacks. Hang on. No, I'm tripping. Every time I think it's the end of the Digipacks, just don't believe me, because it's probably not. Oh. Okay. I know there's some jewel cases getting mixed in here, but I'm trying just to grab the Digipacks. Okay, Courtney Barnett. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit. Indie rock artist from Australia. This was her debut album. I don't think I ever listened to this. Aaron Schust, Whispered and Shouted. Don't know anything about it. We Came as Romans. Understanding What We've Grown to Be. I've never listened to this. I ordered something and got this for free, so they must not have been selling this, but I think this is they're like a metalcore band, but I think they're supposed to be pretty mid. I was not too interested in that one. Okay. Kid Cudi, Indicud. This album has some bangers, but it's okay. Atmosphere. This is I think this is like 2015. This album's pretty good. I've only heard a couple of their albums, but yeah, this one's pretty good for later in their career. Ghostface Killah, 12 Reasons to Die 2. It's the sequel to the first album. It's a narrated storyline experience, but the first one is stronger. They just keep coming. These. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna get a nice big pile going here. I got too many CDs on my desk already that you can't see. Gotta drink that Diet Sam's. Nothing like it. Alright. Jerry Lee Lewis, famous pianist. Last Man Standing. I think this is a compilation. I've never listened to it. Mellow Hype. I can't remember if is this self-titled. It's been so long since I thought about these guys that were on OF. I think it's is it Haji B? It's Haji, and I think it's Left Brain, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember too much about that. Another one from Anthrax, For All Kings. This was the one that followed up the last one I showed. Worship Music. I think that's also their most recent album. Here we go. Carcass. Definitely one of the strongest death metal bands. And this is Necroticism Descanting the Insalubrious. It's just a straight up death metal album. Came before Heartwork, where they kind of they were kind of reinventing their sound for a couple albums between. They started as like a grindcore gore grind band, and then kind of evolved into a melodic death metal band. So this is kind of in between. Is when they were making that transition. Black Dahlia Murder, Ever Black. This is another pretty good Black Dahlia Murder. I mean, honestly, pretty much every album by Black Dahlia Murder is a good one. So I don't really have anything that's mid. Megadeth, That One Night in Buenos Aires, a live album. Yeah, I think I listened to this once or twice, but I don't remember much about it. The piles are gonna get, if the piles go much higher, you're gonna start to see them. They're like right under my hand here. Okay. This is, do you know what this is? Let's see what I can do with let's see what I can block with my hand here. I don't even know if I can show anything on screen. That's what this is. I'll just let that speak for itself. Okay, Nas, Untitled. I was listening to this album recently, and it kind of feels like a prototype, or kind of feels like something that could have really inspired To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't know. It's kind of the vibe I was getting from it, but I like that album a lot. But that just occurred to me on a recent listen. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, classic. Public Enemy, Fear of Black Planet, one of their classic albums. Anacrusis, this is a pretty underrated band. They're like a technical thrash band. I think I have another Anacrusis right here. Right. Anacrusis, Screams and Whispers. I think I forgot to say this one is called Manic Impressions. These were two pretty cool finds to get in my area. Pretty, unknown, but highly regarded band. A$AP Rocky, At Long Last A$AP. A lot of bangers on that one. Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. One of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor, the debut. Death Grips, The Money Store. Industrial, electronic hip-hop, groundbreaking group. Entombed, Clandestine. This is one of the premier Swedish death metal bands. This is the follow-up to Left Hand Path. Phil Collins, No jacket required. Let's see, we're about 30 minutes in, so if you like listening to long ASMR videos to go to sleep, hopefully this one is doing it for you. We got a long way to go. Probably got at least another half hour here. Sorry for the noise. Okay. Nas, Stillmatic. Not one of my favorite Nas albums. I know it's like some people's favorite Nas album, not mine, but a lot of great songs on there anyway. Peace Sells by Megadeth, the second album. Illustrium. What is it called? I'm trying to read it off the screen. An Absence of Clarity. They're like a melodic death metal band. They're pretty underground. I think I just bought this on Facebook like 12 years ago. Probably not too well known. I haven't kept up with them. Megadeth, 13. It's their 13th album. It's okay. J. Cole. The Sideline Story. Some bangers on here, but just an okay album. QB's Finest. This is Nas's compilation tape with all his people back in the day. I think I listened to this like once. I don't really remember anything about it. I know nobody cares about this album, so that's that. Cattle Decapitation, The Harvest Floor. This is a death grind band that started out as grindcore, incorporated death metal elements as they went on. They're probably one of the bigger death metal bands today. Revocation, Chaos of Forms. This is a death thrash metal band. This album's really good. Metallica, Beyond Magnetic. This is an EP of like additional songs from the Death Magnetic sessions. Testament, thrash metal band. Dark Roots of Earth. I keep forgetting what some of these albums are called. This one is, I think this is from like 2013. Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. Everyone knows the song, but probably nobody knows the album. That's because the album is mid. This was one of my, I remember at the time that I bought this album, I didn't have that much money and I had to make a tough choice between a few albums I wanted to buy, and this was a mistake. Celebrating Black History Volume something CD unopened, so can't tell you about that. Got Vince Staples, Big Fish Theory. It's kind of comes in the Yeezus style case, except it doesn't have the red tape on it. Nothing in there but CD. J-Rock 90059. I guess this is sealed. I've listened to this album a lot. I guess I haven't listened to the CD version though. Yeah, it's a pretty good album. Gumbo, Easy Bake, Fire Songs. Another Courtney Barnett. This is the double EP, A Sea of Split Peas. It's basically an album formed from 2 EPs that she made. Obscura, Omnivium. This is another death metal band. Pretty solid. They're a technical death metal band. I don't know. I don't know if there's a famous band called Ginger. There's multiple bands. I'm pretty sure this is a local release. I never listened to this. Couldn't say anything more about it. I think there's a series of like Christian CDs coming up that I've never listened to. So I don't know much about these. Shut up. Clank Nunth, N-U-N-T-H, Clank Nunth. You've got New Terrain by Xterra. Oh, this is Coca-Cola, Joyful and Triumphant, World's Favorite Christmas Carols. Never listened to it. I don't even remember how I acquired half of this. Florence and the Machine. How big, how blue, how beautiful. Old Dirty Bastard. Return to the 36 Chambers. The dirty version. This comes in like a... CD comes in this like wallet. Oh, I'm not gonna open that. That might make too much noise. But yeah, the CD comes in this like wallet style sleeve. Okay. I'm running out of space. I might have to move some of these down from my desk. As I go here. I'm hoping I don't make too much noise. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got another crop. Ellie Goulding, Halcyon. Good album. Nas, Hip Hop is Dead. One of my least favorite Nas albums, but got some bangers. Got Black Republicans. No, not Queens Get the Money. Money Over Bullshit. That goes hard as hell. Vader. Another death thrash band. This is one of their more modern releases. I think like 2013. Quasimodo. This is Madlib's alter ego. It's like his character, and I think this is the second album, but the one that the acclaimed one is the first one, The Unseen. So not this one. Anthrax, Attack of the Killer Bees. This is like an EP from Anthrax. I think this is the one that has Bring the Noise on it. Yeah, Bring the Noise. With their rendition of Public Enemy. Dream Theater, Change of Seasons. Yeah, Change of Seasons by Dream Theater. This is an EP, and it's also, I think, yeah, Change of Seasons. Like it's one of their longer songs. Ellie Goulding, Lights. It's the first album. I think it's the first album. Might not be. Maybe she has an older one. That was the one that was her breakout album, though. A$AP Rocky. Live Love, A$AP. Fucking Problems, One Train, Goldie, BMW, Phoenix, Public Enemy. Takes a nation of millions to hold us back. Classic. The Game, the documentary 2. I think I also have the documentary 2.5, which I prefer to this. It's like 2015 he released this couple of albums. Ellie Goulding. Adele, 25, a sealed copy of 25. I think I have another one in here somewhere. Drake, Nothing Was the Same. One of the great Drake albums. Raekwon, Fly International Luxurious Art. This album is mid. Ghostface, 36 Seasons. This album is cool. It's got co-stars AZ on a bunch of the songs, but it's just kind of like retreading the same. It's very similar to 12 Reasons to Die. It's like a very similar narrative-focused album, but it's pretty good. Kids See Ghosts, Kanye, Kid Cudi. 808s and Heartbreak, highly influential. Kanye album. Yay, by Kanye. Late Registration by Kanye. Radiohead, Kid A. Might be my favorite Radiohead. Earl Sweatshirt, Some Rap Songs. Masterpiece. This is like, I think people used to say they used to call this sad villainy. Earl Sweatshirt, I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. Another great album. This is a very edgy album from Earl. You can hear him having a lot of growing pains. That was hard though. ASAP Ferg, Trap Lord. This is kind of underrated now. Just in terms of the impact this had when it came out. I was playing this for like a year straight. Shit goes hard. Nas, God's Son. Probably put this one on par with Stillmatic. Both of them have like some of the highest, like top tier Nas songs. Every time I grab a stack of these CDs, it feels like something's gonna like make a loud noise or crack. Between the Buried and Me, The Great Misdirect. This is I guess they're like a progressive metalcore band. Warbringer. It's a modern thrash metal band. Worlds Torn Asunder. This is a pretty good release from what I remember. The Essential Roy Orbison. Compilation album of Roy Orbison. Disturbed, Indestructible. Thrashing Like a Maniac. 16 ripping cuts of new school thrash. You got Bonded by Blood, Evile, Municipal Waste, Decapitator, Fueled by Fire, Gamma Bomb, Merciless Death, Toxic Holocaust. I don't know. I remember a lot of those bands. I don't know how many of them are still going. Weird Al, Straight Outta Linwood. I don't think I've listened to this album since I was like 12. It's probably one of the first CDs I bought. Was this untitled and mastered? Oh, no, it's not. Lazarus AD. This is like a thrash / groove metal band. can't remember what this album sounds like too well. 3 Inches of Blood. They were another modern thrash band, I believe. Skid Row. I think this is their first album. Miles Davis and the Modern Jazz Giants. I was looking at this earlier. I don't think I ever listened to this, and I don't know how this... I'm not sure if this... I'm assuming this is an actual album. I'm surprised I don't remember. I'm not familiar with that one. Strapping Young Lad. This is where Devin Townsend, prog metal, or famous prog metal guy. He's got so many projects and albums, but he started in this like industrial death metal band. Dream Theater, Train of Thought. I think this album's from like 2004. It's a pretty good one. Grits. Wow, I forgot about this. I think this is like a Christian hip hop duo, or is it not? Maybe it's not a Christian group. No, I think it is. There's a song called Saved Soul. I forgot about this. Yeah. Grits. Another one from Obscura. Waka Flocka, Triple F Life. I think this is the sequel to Flockavelli. Pretty underwhelming. Skinless. Only the Ruthless Remain. This is one of the more recent albums. I don't think it's as good as the classic stuff. A brutal death metal band. Coldplay. This is X and Y, right? Yeah. Tron Legacy Reconfigured. This is not as good as the original soundtrack. It's just remixes of the Tron Legacy soundtrack. This is Blind Guardian at the Edge of Time, power metal band. Some really epic songs on here, but not really my taste. Frank Sinatra, Nothing But the Best. Compilation. Okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna rearrange a couple things here. I'm going to set some of these down to the floor. Hopefully not cause a ruckus here. I feel like I'm gonna end up making noise. I guess if I have to, I can just edit some harsh sounds out of the video. These all around without getting up out of my seat here. Okay. I should move some more. Okay, I think that'll be good enough. Shit's falling all over. So kinds of random shit at the bottom of this container. Okay. Oh, forgot about her. La Rue. This is the second album. I don't know if she continued making music after this. But yeah, Trouble in Paradise by La Rue. Devin Townsend, I was just mentioning, Strapping Young Lad. This is Devin Townsend project. I have a couple of the albums from this. What is this called? Oh, Deconstruction. He made every album, not every album, but he made so many albums that have completely different sounds. So like, there's that one. I think, is this one Addicted? Yeah, Addicted. This is like a pop-oriented one. This is an insane progressive metal album. This one's more like a pop-oriented metal album, I guess. Iron Maiden, Power Slave, classic, NWO, BHM, Incinerator. I actually forgot about this band until this very moment, but this is a modern thrash band. I'm saying modern, but over 10 years old at this point, but don't know if they're still around. Stalagmite of Ice is the name of the album. Rick Astley, Whenever You Need Somebody. This is the album with Rick Roll, Queen, Jazz. Haven't listened to this one in a long time. I remember this one is actually pretty good though. Ellie Goulding, Delirium. It's okay. I think this is from like 2015. Alice in Chains, Dirt. Classic grunge / metal album. Nas, It Was Written. Personally, I still go for Illmatic, but this one's up there. Flockavelli, trap classic. Volbeat. Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies. It's a hard rock band. I haven't heard anything about them in years, but they were pretty popular. Weezer, the Blue Album, all rock classic. Boozy Badass, Touchdown to Cause Hell. I think this was the album he put out after he was released from prison like 10 or 12 years ago. I used to play piano. I assume this is like I think that's some sort of tool for teaching yourself piano. I guess presumably with the caveat that you once played already. Megadeth. Wow. Megadeth, United Abominations. One of their later career albums. Not bad. A mix someone made for me of Wilco songs. No idea about this one. Forgotten Legacy, /Forgotten Legacy. Don't remember what that is. Assuming that's a band. DRI. It's a self-title. Yeah, this is a crossover thrash band. It's a blending of thrash and punk. In Flames, The Jester Race. This is a melodic death metal classic. from Gothenburg, I believe. MOD. This is like another crossover thrash band. This is just an EP though. It's just like surfing songs that they're giving their take on. It's pretty whatever. It's not really an album. Skrillex is the one that put him on the map. Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, the only Skrillex I've ever heard. Megadeth, Euthanasia is another very good album from their 90s more heavy metal era. Black Dahlia Murder, Nocturnal. You'll get a lot of different answers for the best Black Dahlia Murder album, but this would probably be the most common answer. Very good melodic death metal album. Alice in Chains, The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here, one of their later albums. I think they only have like one since this one came out. Gotta love the red going on here. We're getting down there. You know, if anyone's getting bored, we're getting down there. I see more J. Cole coming up. There must be some other stuff in this container. Okay. I was just thinking, I think I have like 5 other CDs I got on my shelf, in another room, but I'm probably not going to bother bringing them in. But I think I have another Cannibal Corpse album out there. I think I have Take Care by Drake, a Nicki Minaj CD. I think I have a Dying Fetus CD out there. But never mind that. Got Cattle Decapitation. Oh. Might be too much. I don't know if that's too much gore. To Serve Man by Cattle Decapitation. I think this is their first commercial album. Sorry, YouTube. Megadeth, Risk. This is, well, actually, it's probably not the worst Megadeth album because Super Collider exists, but, yeah. Not much to say about that one. Onyx, back the fuck up. Bald heads. You know, throw your guns in the air. Classic. Switchfoot, The Beautiful Letdown. I don't think I ever listened to this. I think this is like a pop rock, Christian pop rock band. Death Grips, Bottomless Pit, Fire. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation, classic. J. Cole, Born Sinner. Shout out to J. Cole. Hell yeah. This album's actually pretty good. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of J. Cole. This would probably be my pick, but yeah. The Game. Jesus Piece. I listened to this album a ton back in the day, but I don't think it's held up too well, but Ali Boumaier, that's a banger. This album is just loaded with features though, like every single song. But yeah, it's not bad. Common, Nobody's Smiling. Some great songs on there. It's a good album. Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP 2. Not a bad album. Oh, I'm gonna cover this one. Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life. I think that's the first Cannibal Corpse album. Starts off pretty strong. I think they had a pretty thrashy angle at that point. Nas. I don't know if this is my least favorite Nas, but Hip Hop Is Dead or Nostradamus might be my least favorite. This is on the lower side of his discography, but really didn't need to be 2 discs. But it's okay. You know, even a mid Nas album has some fire tracks. Fetty Wap. Talk about a fall from grace. This dude was like on top of the world when he came out. But he really put Monty on in this album. Nobody knew Monty before or since, but he put Monty on like 10 tracks on there. We're almost there. We're an hour in, making good time. Oh. Okay, got random stuff that shouldn't be here. Seinfeld Season 1, Disc 1. Xbox 360 wireless headset. Okay. I don't know, some of the stuff I'm grabbing for feels funny. I purposely did this in the dark, just to Pocket Tetris, yeah. I purposely did this in the dark, just for the ambience. Okay, let's try these. Cattle Decapitation, Monolith of Inhumanity. This one is fire. It's my favorite album by them. Fantastic. Nas, I Am. Half this album is the greatest Nas songs of all time, and the other half is the worst. Rush, Moving Pictures, prog rock classic. This is Grateful Dead, Live Dead. I think this is like their first, like one of their first, if not their first, live albums. I don't know too much about the Dead. 2014, Forest Hills Drive. That's right, I own all these J. Cole albums, but I don't think this is a classic at all. Everyone's capping with saying this is a classic. Not a classic. No J. Cole album's a classic. Anthrax, Spreading the Disease. Good one. Dream Theater, Metropolis, Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. This is like, a lot of people say this is the magnum opus of Dream Theater. The CD's, this one's broken. Jewel case. That's the nice thing about jewel cases, though. You can always just take your the insert in the CD and put it into a new jewel case. Can't do that with a digipack. You fuck it up, it's done. Megadeth. So far, so good. So what? Kind of a just okay album in the midst of their classic run. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. I think that's the debut. Is this this is Explosions in the Sky. Explosions in the Sky, Help Us Stay Alive. I don't even think I've listened to this one. I know I'm a really big fan of the other one that they had. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I've listened to the other. I think I have another Explosions in the Sky CD I've listened to a lot more. Jesus, see, you got the red sticker on site. Janelle Monáe, Dirty Computer, great album. Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP, and this is the not explicit version, so this is just, this is the version of this album that you would never want to listen to. Wu-Tang, The W. Third album by them. That was when they were still making some pretty good albums. 12 Reasons to Die by Ghostface Killah, the first one. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang Forever. Method Man and Redman, Blackout. Coldplay, Parachutes, debut. Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban Links. This is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. Oh boy. Oh. Xbox 360 hard drive. Xbox 360 hard drive cover. Sorry for the noise. Oh boy. Don't be doing me like this with all the noise. They just don't stop coming. I promise we're getting down to the bottom. Heart Sounds, like a pop punk band fronted by members of a pretty underground melodic death metal band. It's pretty good stuff. I think they called it quits a few years back. Woo Massacre. This is I believe this is Method Man. Oh, it says it right there. Yeah, Meth, Ghost, and Ray. So Ghost and Ray plus Meth. Daft Punk, Random Access Memories. I think that's that was the most recent album before they called it quits. Coldplay, Milo Xyloto. Mid. Dream Theater, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. Haven't listened to this one too much. Rush, 2112. I think that's pretty much their claim to fame. I mean, they have a whole bunch of famous albums, but that's the one. All American Rejects. I think that's the first one. Kendrick. Damn. This one is my least favorite Kendrick album. Animals as Leaders, The Madness of Many. It's like a djent, progressive metal, djent instrumental band. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Casey Veggies, Live and Grow. This album's pretty disappointing to me. Rise Against, The Suffering and the Witness. I guess, is Rise Against, I guess you'd call them, or what are they, like, I guess they're post-hardcore. Big Sean, Hall of Fame. Killswitch Engage, metalcore band. I think this was their comeback album with the original singer, Disarm the Descent. Not bad. Dio, Holy Diver, classic heavy metal. Big Sean, Dark Sky Paradise. Another pretty good one. Big Sean is an artist who I feel like is underrated and overrated at the same time. Nothing hits like that Diet Sam's. Pusha T, Daytona, fire. I didn't even think I had College Dropout, but another one of the goated hip-hop albums. Oops, sorry people. Jay-Z, Blueprint 3. Not it's an okay album. Damo Genesis. Another decent album. I think that was his debut commercial album. Killswitch Engage, Incarnate. I think this is the follow-up to the other one that I just showed. Almost there. ATO. I've got no idea what this is. This is Dream Theater's first album. I can't show you what's on the other side, just because there's something in there that I can't show on screen. Taylor Swift, Red. Boo. Not fucking with Taylor Swift. Not fucking with putting out 100 versions of the same album. Nas, Illmatic. I think this is the 10th anniversary. Yeah. This is, goated. Pretty much the goated hip-hop album. KRS-One. Return of the Boom Bap. Shout out to KRS. Logic. Under Pressure. This is pretty much the only Logic album I listen to, but big fan of this one. Lace Up by MGK. Trash. And don't forget, he came up with Diddy. Wale, the album about nothing. Don't remember too much about it, but the intro track was dope. Fugees, The Score, classic. Winter Sun, Time 1, that is Time 1. Time 2 just came out this year, after 12 years. So, we won. Skyfall by Adele, the single. Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction. This is pretty much their most famous. This is like Megadeth's Black album. It's when they eased up on the thrash. They went heavy metal. Forgot I had this. This is Quest's debut album, Searching Sylvan, and signed by him. I think I just bought this online. SZA, Control. Hell yeah. Fabulous, Street Dreams. Don't think I ever listened to this. Cattle Decapitation, The Anthropocene Extinction. 2015 album. Revocation. Existence is Futile. This is the debut, I believe. Wow. I'm just surprised. I guess I have I think that's Watain. I didn't know I owned a Watain album, black metal band. I was just looking at this album the other day, but I had no idea I owned this. Action Bronson, Mr. Wonderful. Disappointing album, but a lot of great singles anyway. Okay, home stretch. We're really down to the end here. I didn't realize I owned so many Rush albums. I think I'm at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I thought this was the game's documentary 2.5, but I'm pretty sure this is actually Joey Badass. All American Badass. Yeah, that's what it is. Great album. It's a fantastic album, even though this was after Joey kind of changed his style a little bit. Still one of his best ones. The only disappointing Joey Badass album to me was 2000. But everything before that is fire. Even like Summer Nights, that's so underrated. Another Voivod album, Caters. I don't have the best Voivod output in my collection there. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. I used to have like 50 of these CDs. I would sell them at the flea market. This is definitely one of my favorite albums of all time. Just most listened to for sure. One of them. Color and Codeine. Don't know what this is. Probably looks like a small-time local band. Rush. Is this Permanent Waves? I think. Dream Theater. Octavarium. It's got their song Octavarium. It's 24 minutes long. Epic song. Oh, second copy of Octavarium. Fear Factory, Soul of a New Machine. This is the only album I think by Fear Factory that could be considered death metal, and really not a fan of industrial. So, yeah, this is pretty much the only Fear Factory album for me. Anthrax, Among the Living, thrash classic. Adele, opened copy of 25. Adele, 21. Adele, 19. 8 Mile soundtrack. Censored. No explicit content. Wu-Tang, A Better Tomorrow. Not so good. I think this is the last one here. This is a sealed copy of Tom Flannery's The Anthracite Shuffle. Okay. Yeah. Featuring Minor Boy, King Cole, My Little Boy in the Mines, Will Burn with the Anthracite, The Knox Mine Disaster, Alyssa's Lament. Yeah. Shout out to Tom Flannery. Okay, well, I must have, I honestly, I might have another entire container of CDs, because there's a lot of albums that didn't appear here that I know I own. So, yeah, I guess I might make a follow-up to this if I dig out my other box of CDs. You know, it's unfortunate I don't have these out on a shelf or anything, but they've just been packed away because I just, don't use them. So, but yeah, just wanted to try my hand at some ASMR. So, this is a nice long one. If hopefully it's soothing to someone, or you can just relax and just chill out, listen to this. I listen to long ASMR videos like this all the time. People just rambling, so I'd probably listen to something like this. But yeah, just figured this would be fun to do. So if you think I should make any more ASMR videos, let me know. Tell me what you think I should do or talk about. And yeah, thanks for watching, people. Have a good night.